Hey everyone, Makina here with a new D&D Fuzzy Tale. This one is by user Mortal Wombe, about a player who wasn't willing to do any effort despite all the help the DM was trying to give him. Let's go. I am a DM. I actually prefer to DM instead of play, and I put a lot of effort into the games that I run. My highest priority is to make the game as immersive as I can. I use environmental maps, I describe each monster action and the effects of player actions, I take notes and I write summaries, I use Roll20 for dynamic lighting, etc. So there was this player, I'll call him Shad. He was in an unusual time zone, which made it difficult to play with him. He signed up for one of my regular games and made characters, but was never able to actually play. Me, being a nice guy, I reached out and told him to pick a time that works for him, and that I would do my best to accommodate. We picked a time and day a week out, and I wrote a one-shot for him. Fast forward to the day of. He tells me his schedule changed about an hour before we were going to start. He says he'll be free in 3 hours. Kind of a dong move, but fine. I plan to play anyway. I can start a bit later. We just probably wouldn't be able to finish. We start the game and go over player etiquette. Don't talk over other people and don't metagame. We begin. He refuses to roleplay in character. He frequently metagames and says stuff like, "That monster can't attack me," even though, yes, it totally can. You're in plain view. But even though this rattled me a bit, it's not that bad. About an hour into the session, he tried to wild shape and had no idea how the ability worked. He wanted to turn into a CR fiend because he was a character level 5 druid. Clearly, this is not how the ability works. So I gave him a quick overview and sent him a list of usual stuff druids turn into. He got real indignant when I asked him to read how his character abilities work. He kept saying, "I haven't played this character before. You can't expect me to know how it works." But let's be real. All of us learned D&D by reading how the abilities work. Why can't he? It's a pretty basic requirement of play. Learn what your character does. Annoying, but not yet a deal breaker. Then he started disconnecting. Every 5 to 10 minutes, he would disconnect from the game and miss what we were saying. Whenever he reconnected, he would loudly announce that he was back, give some reason for why he was disconnecting, and ask what he missed. He would loudly announce this, regardless of whether anyone else was speaking when he reconnected. He would just shout over whatever else was going on. I told him it was messing up the game, and that he should be quiet and listen. He lost his
poop
and started yelling at me for keeping him from having fun. So we finished the game without him. Once he was gone, everything progressed a lot faster, and we finished the adventure. Well, that really seems like an unfortunate story both for the player and the DM. On one side, roleplaying isn't an absolute requirement, and I'm sure it wasn't the player's fault for disconnecting. On the other side, however, he really didn't seem like he was even doing the effort that he needed to do, and knowing how your own character works should be a basic requirement, considering how much work goes into preparing a campaign. What do you think? Give us some of your thoughts in the comments. Either way, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.